I remember spending like weeks trying to connect the dots on this one complex research project a while back. I had papers everywhere, and I just felt completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information. And that was just for a standard deep dive. But imagine spending a grueling decade in a lab doing exhaustive trial and error just to figure out how superbugs spread antibiotic
Yeah,
resistance.
a whole decade. It's a massive undertaking.
Right. And that is exactly what microbiologist Jose Penedez and his team did. They eventually found out these bugs use virus tails as sort of like keys to jump between host species. And we're diving into conjecture machines, AI agents, and the future of science today because there is a staggering detail in the research you brought us. When given that exact same problem, Google DeepMind's co-scientist AI produced that exact hypothesis in 2 days.
2 days. I mean, the contrast is just really hard to wrap your head around. When Penedez saw the output, he was actually so shocked he emailed Google.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he genuinely thought his computer had been compromised. But it wasn't a hack, and it wasn't just a lucky guess either.
Well, before we break down how co-scientists actually pulled that off, a quick note that this deep dive is sponsored by Embersilk. If you're listening and realize you need help with AI training, automation, integration, or, custom software development, check out embersilk.com. They help you uncover where agents can make the most impact for your business or your personal life. So, embersilk.com for all your AI needs.
And understanding how these agents work under the hood is really the first step to leveraging them, which is exactly what places like Embersilk do.
Exactly. So let's get into the how. Because honestly, my initial reaction to this was pretty skeptical. I was like, wait, isn't this just a super powered search engine? Like, it's just quickly scraping decades of old papers and regurgitating the most likely answer, right?
Yeah, a lot of people make that assumption, but we're talking about a totally different architecture here from a standard chatbot. I mean, a chatbot just predicts the next word to answer a prompt.
Right, like autocomplete.
Exactly. An agent, like co-scientist, actively plans. You give it a high-level goal, and it breaks that goal down into a logical sequence of subtasks. It runs analytical processes in parallel, and most importantly, it actually double-checks its own work. If an approach fails, it corrects course.
So it's not just retrieving data, it's actively reasoning through the problem.
It is, and there are three main factors driving this shift. The first is stronger reasoning models that think in extended steps. But the second one, which is called scaffolding, is where it gets really interesting.
Scaffolding, that's not the AI itself, but the code wrapping around it, right?
Right, yeah. Think of scaffolding as giving the AI like a pair of hands and eyes in the digital world. It gives the model short-term memory and access to external tools. So the agent can actively write a Python script to analyze a data set, run it, see an error message, and then rewrite its own code to fix it.
Autonomously.
Completely autonomous. Yeah.
That is wild. It's interacting with its environment.
It is. And then the third factor is customization, which isn't just tweaking a few settings. You're actually letting researchers distill their hard-earned tacit lab expertise into portable skills for the AI.
Wait, so you're basically downloading a microbiologist's intuition.
Yeah, essentially. You're capturing the human art of science and turning it into a replicable digital tool. So the AI isn't just smart, it's street smart in the context of a specific laboratory.
Okay, but if we have these incredibly street-smart agents generating brilliant hypotheses, it brings up a logistical issue. It's like AI is giving us a million brilliant chefs writing incredible recipes, but science still only has one tiny oven to bake them in.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
That's what we call the validation bottleneck. The agents make the conjecture phase, the idea generation, virtually instantaneous. But proving those ideas still relies on real-world physical testing, which is incredibly slow.
Because unlike math, you can't just prove a biological theory on a chalkboard. I
Right.
mean, in the sources, the Alethea AI dominated that recent first proof challenge because it could validate its work instantly on a computer.
Right, in silico. Entirely digital.
Yeah. But in physical sciences, you're stuck in the wet lab. You're dealing with real chemicals, real petri dishes, and you literally just have to wait for cells to grow.
You do. The physical world sets a hard speed limit. But we are actually solving this bottleneck right now through automated robotic labs. And we're seeing massive public-private partnerships emerge, like the U.S. Genesis mission.
The Genesis mission?
Yeah, they are linking world-class government experimental facilities directly with AI industry leaders. It's a huge shift.
This is what is so exciting about this deep dive. It points to a total democratization of science. If an AI agent handles the heavy lifting of ideation and an automated lab does the physical testing, a small, agile team can pursue incredibly ambitious, world-changing ideas.
Absolutely. We're moving from humans doing the hands-on execution to
Mhm.
humans acting as high-level orchestrators. It completely empowers our creativity on just an unprecedented scale.
Which leads to a deeply inspiring thought I want to leave you with today. If an AI agent can condense a decade of exhaustive human effort into a 2-day breakthrough today, imagine the sheer volume of life-saving, world-altering solutions humanity will unlock when every scientist on Earth is empowered by a tireless digital partner. They'll be totally freed from the busy work to become pure visionaries.
It really is the dawn of a profoundly hopeful era for human potential.
It really is. Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.